So welcome to our briefing in the English language here at Challenge Salou. We are really sorry for the inconvenience before. We had technical issues with the recording and the upload, but finally we are here now and you can watch the briefing and we will answer all the important questions here. We already collected questions of you, we saw them, so I will talk about these questions too, about tomorrow's race. So great to have you here, and now we start the presentation. So, well, first of all, this is our host and race director, Juan Fernandez Ramos, and our technical delegate and head of referees is Juan José Juste. The competition jury consists of Juan José Juste and Javi González Silos, and for protests and appeals they are handled by those two, and we talk about the fate tree later again. So if you want to follow the race, or your friends and your family, you can do that starting at 7:45. We have a live stream for you covering the whole race. You can find that at challengefamily.com, on the Facebook page and on YouTube live. So this is the resort. If you're staying at the Resort La Siesta Salou, you can see that the race start and the finish line area is only a 300-meter walk down the road, so not far away from here, and it's easy to find the way from the resort. So, for your race package, what you should have received so far is your race bib number that is within the in your race package bag. So you don't, of course, wear the bib number during the race, but you should wear it during the bike course or on the bike course on your back, and it's mandatory to wear the number during the run. Moreover, you can find the tattoo and the decal for your upper arms in there for the swim, and also you find the helmet race stickers, which you please put on the left, right side and front side of your helmet, and you also find the bike number label, which you place under the bike saddle. I will have a picture of that for you too in a minute, and moreover you can find your swim cap, which shows you in which starting group you are in. Then you have the 3 bags, the red bag for transition area 1, you have the blue bag for transition area 2, and you have the green bag for the after race. Moreover, there is the accreditation wristband. With that you have access to all the areas you need and also to the finisher experience. Don't worry, the timing chip is not within your race package. You will receive your timing chip tomorrow at the check-in, and I will talk about the check-in times too, so no worries, your timing chip is not with you, but you will receive it tomorrow. So this is how it looks like in the end. As you can see, and as I said, please put on your helmet, and on your helmet the bib numbers, please put it on the front side, on the right side and on the left side. And yeah, please also wear your bib numbers while running at front and while cycling on the back side. And also have your tattoos on your shoulders and wear your chip band on your left ankle. And as you can see on the bike, please put the number below the saddle. For the bags, as you can see, the red bag contains all the bike gear except your shoes. They can be attached to the bike, but keep in mind the helmet has to be in the bag. So the shoes can stay with the bike, but the helmet has to be put into the red bag. The blue bag contains all the running gear, which, for example, can be your shoes, your shirts, and the shoes, if we do a duathlon, I'm going to talk about that later too, the shoes can be under your bike rack in case of this. The green bag is for the after race materials you need, so please also hand that in. So the timetable for Sunday, we will start with the check-in at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it will take until 7:50. So keep in mind, check-in beginning 5 o'clock in the morning until 7:50. Please come during this time. The swim start will be at 8 o'clock, or the running start, as I said, we're going to talk about that. The pro starts at 8 in the morning, the ladies will start 5 minutes later, and then we have the age groupers starting at 9 o'clock in a rolling start, beginning from 9 until every 10 minutes. And the short distance and the relay will start at 9:25. We have the flower ceremony at 11:30 and also the finisher experience, which you can, as I said, take place after the can take part after the race at the Montesia Paella party. And we have the awards ceremony at 4 o'clock, which take around 30 minutes, and afterwards we have our closing party. So, for the check-in tomorrow morning, as I said, starting at 5 o'clock in the morning, taking until 7:50. Please have your bike number label attached to your seat post, under the seat, as I said, and have your helmet stickers on the left side, right side, and front side. And please put your helmet on and have the chin strap fixed so that you can see the helmet fits you. And please have your race bib numbers closed in case you are asked for them. Before the start tomorrow morning, check which starting group you are in, check if you have the right swim cap on and with you and received, and check that the green after race bag is handed in. And put your timing chip on your left ankle. If you have done that, you're ready to start. Please be there at least 10 minutes before your start, better a bit earlier, and stay behind the starting line and follow the instructions from the organization. So now the big question is what we are going to do tomorrow. You can see this chart down here. The upper line shows you the air temperature, so outside, out of the water, and you see the water temperature on the left side. This combination is important for us, and this is what is important for you to know. Right now, we are awaiting temperatures between 6 and 8 degrees, air temperature, and water temperatures between 13 and 14 degrees. It is right that the water temperature within the last years, and in average, is around 13 degrees. That is right. The problem is the air temperature, not the water temperature. And the air temperature is right now too low. It is between 6 and 8 degrees. And as you can see on the chart here, we would better need 9 to 10 degrees. So if the temperature overnight goes up a little, we might have the chance to do a triathlon tomorrow, else we have to do a duathlon. We will have a last statement at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And for this, 2 organizations are important. On the one side, we have the FETRI, the Spanish Triathlon Organization. They will check the water temperature and the air temperature at 7 a.m. in the morning. And we also have to wait for the okay of the Coast Guards. They will also check around the same time, and if it is safe to start, we need their okay too. So Coast Guards and the Triathlon Organization of Spain are important for that. And there are certain rules how everything is managed. This is not lying in our hands, and we are sorry for that, really. And again, as said, it is not the water temperature, it is the air temperature, and if this is too cold. And why can't we do this decision right now? There are rules that we have to wait until 1 hour before the race, and we also want to give you the opportunity that it might change and that you can experience a triathlon, not a duathlon. And just imagine if we say now today it would be a duathlon tomorrow and weather changes, everyone maybe is not really happy about our decision, so we wait until that last moment. How will you know about it? We will, of course, or I will as a speaker tell you at 7 o'clock what the decision will be. This is for the pro and for the age grouper. So what I will tell you at 7 o'clock, that this is the last decision, the final decision. But also I will tell you from time to time again and again. So if you come to the start later, let's say 8:30, I will repeat it and tell you what it is about. Moreover, we will also send out posts on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and also on our homepage. So keep that in mind too, that where we will tell you what we're gonna do. Okay, so as said, it's unfortunately not lying in our hands, and we understand that you're not happy with the situation. We aren't either, but we try to do the best we can for you and give you the best experience here at Challenge Salou. If we do a swim, plan A, we will swim 1 lap of 750 meters. Why that? Because we want to reduce the time in the water as limited as possible. Also for that, there are rules we have to follow, and we do so. So if you start, you take a look here at the map. On the right side, you will start looking out along the water. It's on the left side. You swim clockwise. So you do 2 turns to the right, and then you swim back to the beach. So you have the 2 buoys on your right side. That is important, and there won't be a leading kayak. So when you enter the transition area, this could be plan B. Namely, we do a duathlon, and as you can see here, we would start the duathlon where the yellow label is saying start. We start to the western side, so along the esplanade, where you have the beach on your left hand. So please keep on the left side while running. Then after around about 2 kilometers, you make 2 turns to the right and come back again. So it will be 1 lap of 4 kilometers. Keep on the left so that you don't run into people coming towards you. And then you come back to the transition area. So this would be plan B for a duathlon. What do you do after the swim? You take the red bag that you have in the bags area. You put everything you have from the swim or run, you put that into the bag, and you change to the bike clothes or gear, and you put on everything you need for the bike. And after changing and having put all your swimming gear into the red bag, you put the red bag on the next rack that is around, and you go for the bike. But don't touch the bike before you have closed your helmet. So first close your helmet, then go to the bike, and then touch it, else this will end in a penalty. So, transition of the swimming course. Again, you come out of the water on the right side, straight ahead, turn left to the bags, and then after changing, straight again where the bikes are ready for you. And when you got your bike, you make a turn to the right so that you have the beach on your right shoulder, and you cycle out to the bike course. Here, keep in mind, mount your bike after the mount line, and when arriving at transition area 2, dismount before the dismount line. Rack your bike correctly inside your own space. Your bike is somewhere in your space. Rack it there back again correctly. Leave used equipment in the bag. So if you have anything after the bike course, leave it in the bag, not at the bike or with the bag. The ground has to be clear. There's nothing lying around. Put it in the bag before or afterwards. Any equipment or devices carried during the bike segment or added to the bike are subject to approval by the head referee. So that means your bikes are after the check-in, but also before you come to your bikes, they are checked for any material that is illegal or not allowed. So please keep that in mind, and do not cross the lines of road on out and back part. That means stay on your lane. We have 2 lanes in the bike course, so stay on your lane. If you want to move over someone, that is allowed, but don't go to the other side where bikes are coming across you. So this is our bike course, and don't be, we have 4 pickup services. I'll talk about them too. And no worries, we start at the 226er sign on the left side, on the lower left side, and we do 3 rounds, 3 laps, each 28.3 kilometers long, so in total 85 kilometers, and we do it anti-clockwise this time, so you drive on the right side, please, and you do all of that you can see here 3 times. So we have those 2 arms, one on the lower left side, one on the upper right side. These arms are driven in each lap too. So you're gonna just 3 rounds of it, just count it, and when you pass the transition area for the 3rd time, you're done and you're out for the run. So this is normally no problem. If you have a problem on the bike, we have, as said, 4 pickup places. There's a collection car available for you on the course with the limited access, and at the pickup points you can wait there and alarm just the first member of the organization that you see, and you will receive help here. If you have medical problems that will need assistance, also talk to the organization members, or if you see someone who has a problem, tell them, or keep in mind the number. There is no technical assistance on the race, so please bring your own material. Keep in mind there is no technical assistance here. We have a drafting regulation too in this official race, so please keep a distance of 12 meters to the next competitor, and on the wide please have a space of 3 meters. If you want to move on around someone, that is allowed, but within a time span of 40 seconds do so, else this is drafting and will lead to a penalty. Penalty is 30 seconds for blocking someone. So if you're blocking a contender, you get a yellow card, the ref sees it, you get a yellow card, and you have to go to the penalty box. We have 8 stations every 27.8 kilometers. Enter these zones slowly to grab your drinks, and before and after these areas we have a trash zone. So please leave your trash in these areas. It's easier for us to collect. The nutrition on the bike course, it is sponsored by 22 Sixers. We have water bottles, we have ISO sport drinks, we have bars, and we also have energy gels for you. The penalty box, also important if you receive a yellow card or a blue card. This means you have to go to the penalty box, to the next possible penalty box, and stay there for your penalty that you got. If you don't do that, and if you miss this penalty box, you receive a disqualification, so to say a red card, and you are out of the race. And it is your own responsibility to take the penalty time you were punished with. So keep that in mind, please. It is the penalty box located at the next aid station on the bike course. You can also receive a red card. This can also happen after the race depending on the case and seriousness of infringements. So penalty box again here, for example, you have turnaround, and close to the aid station there would be a penalty box. There is also a sign, but just keep in mind penalty box right after the aid station. So as said again, the penalties, blue card means a 5-minute penalty. For example, you get that for crossing someone else, or 30 seconds in a yellow card if you block someone's way. Or for drafting, you can get a 5-minute penalty here. Yes, that's what I want to say. So collect it again, 30 seconds, for example, for blocking a contender, blue card. For drafting, and if you receive 3 drafting penalties, you receive a disqualification. The same goes for a red card. This also means disqualification, and not stopping at the penalty box is also a disqualification. Now, coming back from the bike course, we do the same thing vice versa. So you arrive this time, you turn right because you come back into the area and leave your bike behind, put it in your space where you got it, or a closed space where there is free, and you go to the bags area and then onto the run course. After the bike, you take the blue bag, you leave everything from the bike course in this bag, and you put on everything you need for the run. Think about putting a bib number to the front, that is important, and you insert all your biking gear into the blue bag, except the shoes. If they are attached to the bike, that is fine, they can stay with the bike. And then enjoy the run course along the Esplanade, because it's a really beautiful run there. As you can see down here too, we have 4 laps. Each lap takes 5 kilometers, and in the end we have 1 more kilometer because we start on the upper right side here on that map. We do 5 kilometers 4 times, and after them you have 1 more kilometer left, which leads you into the finish line. So keep right, that's also important, keep running on the right side, and every 5 kilometers we have a mark for you. To make it easier for you to count, we have volunteers that hand you wristbands, and when you have collected 4 wristbands, you have 4 times 5 kilometers, so you have 1 kilometer to go, and then you are at the finish line. Else you're responsible for your own lap counting here. And we also have timing mats on the course to check afterwards. We have again 2 aid stations out there on the run. There are also toilets located, and again 100 meters before and after the run aid station we have trash zones for you. The nutrition is similar to the one on the bike course. We also add Coke and fruit to it, only for your best enjoyment of the race and the best nutrition service. You might have seen it on the running course. We have an energy point delivered by Red Bull for you. You can get Red Bull there, but also water. And it is approximately at the kilometers 4.5, 9.5, 14.5 and 19.5. So you can get last energy before the end of the race. But one more important thing, at this energy point, this is the external support point. So if you have family or friends, they want to hand you food or drinks, your own food or drinks, this can only happen in this area. It is not allowed to hand food or drinks at any other point of the race. Only here in this area at the Red Bull aid station, only here. The race referees will take a look at this, and this can lead to a penalty if you receive food at a different point, not here at the Red Bull aid station. So for the running rules, no music allowed, so please don't wear any in-ear headphones, and especially don't use fixed points for turning, so don't use a lamppost to swipe around and make a quick turn, and your bib number has to be worn right in front of you. And when you get to the finish line and you are happy because you have made it, that is great, but please check that your zipper has to be closed, and then you can celebrate. That's fine, and I'll be standing there and partying with you. This will be great. So, cutoff times. Keep in mind, for the swim you have a time of 1 hour and 10 minutes. After the last start, the combination of swim and bike is 5 hours and 15 minutes, and in total the finish has to be done in the time of 8 hours and 30 minutes after the last start. So much about the race briefing for Challenge Salou tomorrow. I know it is tough and it's not easy, and we have troubles with the weather conditions, and I just want to repeat, we're doing our best here. We try everything for you that this will work out, and we try to answer a few questions. You can rewatch the whole presentation here again after we've loaded up. You can go back and also watch it, so no worries, this will work out. I check a few questions down here. Now give me some seconds. As I said, we had some struggles with the technique. We did the whole recording, but it failed in the end, so we are a little late. So, if you are turning into 40, I'm still calculating 35, 39 question, depending on when you are turning 40. Okay, coming back to that question in a second. Give me. Can take a look at that one. Okay. I know that they should measure at 9 and not at 7. Yes, I know what you mean about that one. The problem is, the rule is it must be measured 1 hour before the official race starts. The official race starts at 8 o'clock, and we cannot change that. That has different reasons. One reason is that, for example, the streets are blocked for a certain time, and we have to organize these blockings of the roads a month before the race. So this is a fixed time. We have to open the streets again at a certain time, and we cannot move the start to a later point of time. So we have to start at this point, and the rules of triathlon organization says we have to name what we are going to do 1 hour before the official race starts. So this is 7 o'clock. This is why we have to stick with this time. And also, as said, we don't want to do it right now because maybe the weather changes and we have to change everything again, or everyone is not happy because we've decided one or the other way. So please, this is as it is. In this way, we are not happy about the weather too, but yeah, we have to accept it, unfortunately. I'm asked if we can email it. I can check that in a second. Bike shoes can stay on the bike. Yes, if they are attached to the bike, you can leave the shoes attached to the bike. So clipped in, that is fine. Can we email at 7 o'clock too, if final decision? So we will, of course, send it online in social media, Instagram, Facebook, and on our homepage too. So best look at our homepage. Front, we will put it up front. Email is tough because we're all somewhere running around. And I also will announce it, and I will announce it not only once at 7 o'clock, I will repeat it at 7:30, at 8, again and again. And I mean, if you ask people around, they also will maybe recognize it. So this shouldn't be a big problem. And as I said, check the homepage. There it will be too. Yeah. Okay, going on. Next rack. What do you mean? The next rack? Do we rack on the same pack? There's not a number on the rack out there, so it's the nearest rack, so to say, where you put your backpack. Yeah, you just put everything into your bag, you change, and you put it onto the nearest rack. It doesn't have to be exactly the same one. They are not numbered on all three. Yeah. Hope that helps. Yes, I said that if it's a duathlon, we start the running course from the left side. That is true, yes. When you think about the esplanade, we run westwards so that we have the beach on our left shoulder. So we run in the one direction, turn around and come back, so that we just have to make a turn left into the transition area, that we're not crossing the other groups. So this is why we have to run on the left side for the duathlon for the first discipline, and then in the third discipline, we are running on the right side. I know it's a little confusing, but you will see it out there. It's not that hard because we will show you a wave. Where's the timing chip? The timing chip is not in your bag. Yes, we said that too. You will receive your timing chip tomorrow at the check-in. No worries, timing chip, you will receive them tomorrow morning at the check-in. Check-in times are between 5 and 7:50. If you have some things I didn't explain, just you can later watch the recording again and go back to the beginning of my presentation. How about bags? It's not that much of a change when we do a duathlon. You come from the running course. It's basically the same. Either you come from the swim with your swim clothes on, or you come from the run with your run clothes on, and you just put everything into the bag. Sorry. And yeah, put it back on the rack. When they come from the run, put the shoes, do they put that in the bag or to the bike?
The shoes for the bike have to be...
No, the running shoes.
The running shoes?
Coming from run, after...
Could be on the rack, on the area of the bike.
After when we do duathlon, I mean.
Yeah.
So when you come from the duathlon, from the run, you can leave your shoes at your bike. That works fine. So the running shoes at the bike, and because you put your bike back at the same position, and then you have your running shoes right there, and you can leave the shoes for the bike directly attached to the bike. Hopefully that helps. I know with the briefing, I know we recorded before, and unfortunately it didn't record it, so I just record for you again one more time. We will also, as I said, upload it. No worries, you can watch it again. If there will be a swimming, just watch my presentation one more time. I explain it at around 5 minutes in my presentation. It is according to the air temperature, not the water temperature. Water temperature 13 degrees, that is as it is normally is. Problem is the air temperature. It has to be around 10 degrees. We are at around 4 to 8 degrees, which is too little. Yeah, but I explained all of that before. There's also a chart that helps you. Just go back a little and you can watch it here. Yeah, and we will decide if there will be a swimming tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So we can put the shoes on. So we can put on shoes at the bike again. Yes. So we can put on shoes at the bike again. So yeah, if it is a duathlon, you run with your shoes. You put your shoes at the bike part. So because when you come back after the biking, you run again. So you have your shoes already ready, so to say. Yes. Yep, you can leave the number strap during your bike on. Also, you are allowed during bike and run, you are allowed to wear a little jacket or so. Or also, if it's too cold for the legs, you are allowed to do that too. Even if that covers your arms, you are allowed to do that. Yes, that is okay. Okay. So, I hope I saw most of the questions. I'm trying. As I said, most of it I also answered or wrote before and talked about it before. Cutoff times are here too. Just go back a little. It was 1 hour 10 for swim. It was 8 hours 30 for the whole, and I think 5 hours 30 for bike and swim together. It is just 10 minutes back in my presentation here right before. Good. All right. I think I got all the questions so far. Again, enjoy the race. I know it's not easy. Weather is not the way we expected it, and we were not hoping for it, but make the best out of it. We will do the best out of it. And yes, if it is a duathlon, last question here. If it is a duathlon, can I leave helmet on the bike, not in the back? Whoa, wait. When you come from, well, your helmet is in your bag. That has to be in the bag. And when you come from the bike, you put the helmet back into your bag. Helmet comes out of the bag, you put it on, you bike, you come back and put the helmet back into the bag. That's it. Yeah. Cool on. If duathlon, how can you find the shoes? I mean, every bike has a special place, right?
Have a number.
Yeah, every bike where your bike is standing has a special number, so you put it back to the number where you grabbed it. Yeah,
Same
if
place
you
where
are
the bike, you put the
yeah,
shoes.
and you put your shoes. So if you are number, I don't know, 555 or number 77, you put your bike where the number is written, and when you come back, you put it there again, and they are standing your shoes because you left them there. That should work. Yeah.
More questions.
On the first run, yeah, please also wear your bib numbers. Yeah, bib numbers, and you can also already leave them on. Yeah, bib numbers to the front, turn them around, have them at the back for the biking, and then back to the front for the run. You can leave them out in the biking, but it's mandatory to wear them during the run. Good. Okay, guys, you can do that. I believe in you. Okay. If you have any more things you didn't know, just go back in my presentation. You can find all the information. You will do it. I will wait for you at the finish line. Enjoy this day. We will do everything we can for you and make the best out of it, and especially stay safe. This is Challenge Salou, and you're going to have a great day. See you tomorrow at the finish line.